are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You are now tuned in to All Hustle, No Fear.
Hey, everybody out here talking about they want a new thing, a new thing. To the old flame calling saying, baby, we can work it out. What you talking about? Everybody out here talking about they trying to do things, trying new things, yeah. To the old flame calling saying, baby, we can work it out. What you talking about? Got them still in love, still in love, still in love. We can work it out, maybe talk it out. Still in love, still in love, still in love, trying to work it out. While they walking out. Everybody tired of trying, sick and tired of people lying. Got them on it, but the devil behind it. Take heed. I ain't thinking I was blinded. Thought if I bought them a diamond that they love would be timeless, but they declined it. Crazy. People always knows it, trying to find out who you stroking. Wanna be noticed cause they feelings hurt and broken, maybe. And that's how love can be stolen. Got them calling me in hopeful, leaving emojis. Got me giving brotherly roses. Take these. Everybody out here talking about they want a new thing, a new thing. To the old flame calling saying, baby, we can work it out. What you talking about? Everybody out here talking about they trying to do things, trying new things, yeah. To the old flame calling saying, baby, we can work it out. What you talking about? Got them still in love, still in love, still in love. We can work it out, maybe talk it out. Still in love, still in love, still in love, trying to work it out while they walking out. Everybody out here talking about they want a new thing, a new thing. To the old flame calling saying, baby, we can work it out. What you talking about? To the old flame calling saying, baby, we can work it out. What you talking about? To the old flame calling saying, baby, we can work it out. What you talking about?
Slip down my face, now I'm gonna see it night and day. Even though I slipped, yeah, I messed up, now I big like a tidal wave. Tryna pick it up where we left it, there's no hideaway. Mosh pit. I ain't wanna really knock it, but keep your hands up on my pockets. I just fly that rockets. So many other in the streets never watch it. Can't top it. That body moving and my vibes subsonic. Mosh pit. Now they be working all day, cut loose. Stay a little to the bottom of my booth. Nothing, I ain't left with a toe. Real better life, but I still be one little shawty. Maybe when I hit 40, cruising to see we get naughty. But you'll see, ay. I still need it right away. Slip down my face, now I'm gonna see it night and day. Even though I slipped, yeah, I messed up, got like a tidal wave. Tryna pick it up where we left it, there's no hideaway. Mosh pit. Working to stack up the bread, then I'm finna keep it low key. Never went to Malibu, me and Gala, two neighbors know me. I chase bags, I don't sleep, I hate sitting in the nosebleeds. They so jealous of me, girls listen to me, cause I just feed them protein. Man, I just be acting different, when you acting funny, man, you gotta fix it. Promethazine, your self-esteem, and routine, little boo, she had to kick it. Now I gotta get it out of system. At first sight, she thought I was a ticket, ghosted that, now she real vindictive, but you'll see, I still did it right away. Slipped down my face, now I'm ghosting it night and day. Even though I slipped, yeah, I messed up now, big like a tidal wave. Tryna pick it up where we left it, there's no hideaway. Mosh pit, I ain't wanna really knock it, but keep your hands up on my pockets. Hot as fly like rockets. So many other in the streets never watching, can't top it. That body moving and my vibes subsonic. Mosh pit.
In the Midwest, nothing is given, everything is earned. Hardworking blue-collar individuals sticking together. Shop WeMidwestKids.com.
Ryan on the beat.
Forever, ever, but you've never weathered the storm before, and I don't invite you past the mat at my door. And I'm hoping it don't rain today, 'cause I wanna go out and play. If someday I'll forget about every yesterday, something will blow my mind away. Something will blow my mind away. Don't take yourself for granted. Don't take him for granted. Don't take her for granted. Nothing in life is handed. Don't take yourself for granted. Don't take him for granted. Don't take her for granted. Nothing in life is handed.
Look at the game, Black.
Tell me something. Feels like we got that salsa and that rose. We been twisting that smoke. J's on with your shades on, and nothing under my robe. I just wanna be your no. Don't fuck around, just hold me down, and we can get to this. No, yeah. You got that salsa and that rose, salsa and that rose, yeah. Hey, we been twisting that salsa and that rose, salsa and that rose, yeah. See what I'm spitting now for children, come and get your kids. But if you grown and you can listen, come and vibe to this. Tripping on us as in a rose. Well, swimming shit will keep me on your toes. Man, if I open up my legs, this ain't a show. Until I ain't a home, man, but you got rose as hell. If a nigga tripping, I'm like, oh, well, on that Zaza solo dolo and I roll. Well, if all else fails, I don't need a boy toy, cause that rose is hell. Smoking on that good, good. Miss Primrose got that good, good. And if you got that good wood, we gon' be good. We got that salsa and that rose. We been twisting that smoke. J's on with your shades on. There's nothing under my room. I just wanna be your. Don't fuck around, just hold me down and we can get to this. No, yeah. You got that salsa and that rose, salsa and that rose, yeah. Hey, we been twisted. That salsa and that rose, salsa and that rose, yeah. Play with your mama, don't come out here trying to play with me. Boy, if you're trying to play, you know you gotta pay the fee. This ain't no talk shit, I'm just the type of chick. I ain't starting shit unless it's a business. So we about to put some work in. Let's get to business. Talking bubble baths and back rubs. Let me know. I'm trying to fuck around, baby, hold me down. So I'm trying to get to this, oh. Said I'm trying to get to this, oh. That's that get this pussy while I smoke. Boy, you about to get so. Might just get a little throat. No, I'm trying to get stroked. You better come with that smoke. That smoke. We got that salsa and that rose. We been twisting that smoke. J's on with your shades on. There's nothing under my room. I just wanna be yours. Don't fuck around, just hold me down. Now we can get to this. No, yeah. You got that salsa and that rose. That salsa and that rose, yeah. We been twisted. That salsa and that rose. Salsa and that rose, yeah. Salsa and that rose. We been twisting that smoke. J's on with your shades on. There's nothing under my room. I just wanna be yours.
I just want to run my business and do relationship with my friends, and that's it.
You are now tuned in to All Hustle and No Fear with your girl, the Hood Unicorn. Come on, let's go.
Back against the wall, last name against the ropes. Middle finger stretched, if you're thinking it's a joke, tell my friend I'm about to blow, 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 about to blow.
Well, good morning. How y'all doing out there? It's your girl, Sunshine Reigns, a.k.a. Griselda Blanca, a.k.a. Uni the Motivator, a.k.a. the Party Starter, and I'm here to wake you up in a positive way with some good information, some motivation, some hee-hee ha-has, and just, whatever else I throw in there, however else I'm feeling. This morning, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm in my feelings this morning, y'all, so I had to make sure I played some music that felt, a little moody, how I feel or whatever. You just heard Miss Primrose with Zaza and that Rose. Before that, you had Zodiac Flow with Tidal Wave. And the first song that I played was my guy, Mr. Al Music with Still in Love. So if you like any of the music that I'm playing today, you can find all of this music on my Spotify. And if it's not on my Spotify yet, it'll be added to the Spotify. I update it every once in a while, whatever, when I get a collective of songs. But good morning. Speaking of being in, why not? That's the whole point. You stupid camera. Okay. Speaking of being in my feelings this morning, I like to let you know that it's okay. And what I mean by that is I think we have gotten to a point in humanity where being human isn't right anymore, isn't normal anymore. And I don't like that. So I try to bring my real feelings to the table so that you can understand that your real feelings are cool to have too. Does that make sense? It makes sense. I know it makes sense. I'm not about to sit up here and explain that. Y'all get what I'm talking about. So, in saying all that, I just thought about somebody, and she said she always watched me on Instagram Live, and I hardly ever go on Instagram Live. I'm always on TikTok unless TikTok kick me off. So I'm gonna go on Instagram Live just because, you give them what they want. Anyways, so when you are feeling emotional, when you're in that place, allow yourself to be in that emotion. There's nothing wrong with being emotional. See, some people take emotional as being depressed, but no, your emotions let you know how you feel, whether it's good or bad, right? Sometimes what you are classifying as bad is not necessarily bad. It's just, let's bring attention to. That's what your emotions do. They bring attention to feelings that you have in your self-conscious. So in your subconscious. So if you are the type of person to medicate every time you have an emotion or you have feelings, instead of zooming in on those feelings and where they're come from and what they mean, you're not giving yourself a true ability to mature, to grow, to be a better person, to learn about yourself. So I say, when you become emotional, instead of feeling reactionatory, begin to become reflective. Ask yourself, where are these feelings coming from? What are these emotions coming from? Instead of being reactionatory by lashing out at people or being moody, you can be emotional without being moody. The same way you tell people that all of everything that's going on with you isn't everyone's business, that you got to keep some of your business to yourself. Y'all need to learn how to keep some of y'all emotions to yourself. Because you are emotional does not have to automatically affect everyone else around you. But there's nothing wrong with being honest with the people around you and saying, hey, I'm kind of in my feelings today, handle me with kid gloves. Or I'm not feeling my best today. And it's just a quiet reflectional moment for me. It's a chance for me to kind of, love on me, talk to myself. A lot of times when y'all are really emotional, instead of diving into yourself, you pull out. This is the time where you need to pull in, where you need to talk to yourself. There is nothing wrong with talking to yourself. Just as don't let nobody make you feel crazy for answering yourself out loud. Sometimes you got to hear the bullshit. It don't sound the same in your head as it sounds out loud. Sometimes you need to say that dumb shit out loud just so you can hear that dumb shit you saying to yourself. But sometimes when you speak out loud, the universe hears as well. And so you manifest it. Maybe your emotions are telling you something that you need, something that you are lacking, something that you are missing. You might need to hear that out loud so that you can be honest about it and you can address it. Some emotions are not being addressed. You are not allowing yourself to be human. Instead, you pop pills, you take Xanax, you take Molly's or weed or whatever your drug, alcohol, hell, sex, whatever your drug of choice is, food, attention, whatever your drug of choice is, instead of addressing whatever is actually affecting you, so that you can hone in on that and you can make accurate decisions about how you want to deal with that. I like moments of quiet reflection. I like riding in my car, looking at houses, and just allowing my brain to go wherever it's going to go. Be careful doing that, though, because sometimes you don't turn when you need to turn. I'm just saying. I've ended up places that I didn't necessarily think I was on my way there. Just saying. But sometimes you might just need to talk to somebody who's never heard your story. It sound weird, but maybe you need to just unleash on a stranger. Go sit down on a park bench and wait till somebody sit next to you. As soon as they be like, so how's your day going? Well, since you asked. And somebody's like, Sunshine, you crazy. But it might be cathartic for you. And you just walk away. Write it down and burn it. I don't know. But allow yourself to be emotional and have emotions and just be in them. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. All right. So that was my word for today. Hopefully somebody got, a word that they needed to get. Somebody was told that it's okay. Exactly, Queen. Queen said unapologetic emotion. Yes. You can't be 100 all the time. Just like you can't be sad all the time. You can't be happy all the time. You have roller coasters of emotions. In the start of the day, you can be absolutely positively happy. And by the end of the evening, you don't know what it was. But yes, you have grasped on to something that you need to release or reflect upon. What's wrong with that? Hold on, I'm getting a text message. Yeah, no, you can't do that. Okay, I'm sorry. My husband was texting me and it was about my daughter. I had to read that one. But yeah, so that's where I am today. And when I'm in my emotions or whatever, I like music. I don't like to have it loud because then I can't think. I focus on the music, so there's nothing wrong with that. Also, showers are amazing. If you don't know, being in water or taking showers actually triggers something in your brain to be more imaginative and to think. I like to walk near water or go sit near water or smoke near water or whatever. That really helps me out a lot. Like I said, I also like riding down the street and looking at houses over off of, I think, Windy Hill Road. They got some really nice houses back up and through there. And it's some really nice houses in Hateville. They're old colonial, not colonial, that's not the word I want. They're old, plantation style homes or whatnot, but they're really nice and the trees are really beautiful around it. Really nice to go take your camera and take pictures of like birds and trees and stuff and just allow yourself to be by yourself in your own mind and whatever's wrong with you or whatever's right with you. Sometimes you're happy. Have you ever been happy and you don't know why you're happy? And you just don't really reflect on it. You just happy. And everybody like, why you so happy? You're like, man, I don't even know, Sean. I'm just happy. I'm just happy. What's wrong with reflecting on that so that you can tap into that when you need to fill your cup up? Sometimes you need to refill your cup and maybe you need to do it yourself. So you got to go ahead and find something to fill that cup up with. Ain't nothing wrong with having an arsenal. I'm just saying. Teacher Nitra said, music calms me and gets me in the right frame of mind. On the way to the gym, I put on Never Ever by Little Scrappy as my affirmations of the day. What's up with that bike in your house, Teacher Nitra? Hello? We was shaming you yesterday because you didn't read. Do I need to tell them to shame you some more? Because I still ain't seen you drop nothing in the chat room. Don't worry. I'm about to get on Ty and Kia too. I'm gonna get on them too, and anybody else who ain't reading their books. But good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your girl, the Hood Unicorn. We about to get this thing lang. Before we do, like I said, I'm in my emotions, so I'm gonna play you some more music. Up next, we've got Dublin Wine by Gotti the Ghost and Jamal St. Clair. And we also have Tide's Turn by Obiage. These are two really dope songs, and I like them a lot. After that, we're going to come in and we've got some cannabis news. Later on in the day, we've got the way to pick up somebody at the bar. That's right. We've got some weird science for y'all. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned right here on All Hustle, No Fear with your girl, the Hood Unicorn on Hits 92.3.
Chill. Hey yo, I solemnly swear what I spit in the booth, all of it is truth. It goes something like this. Heart racing, mind pacing, butterflies in my stomach while I'm waiting, chest aching, sweat breaking. I'm trying to keep from overthinking. I finally got a chance with the apple of my eye. If I'ma shoot my shot, then I have to let it fly. And if I get denied, I'll take it like a G. Cause shorty ain't the only fish swimming in the sea. As pretty as can be. You can see why I liked her. Head to her waist, chocolate skin like a diver. Always would admire, crush her from afar. The last time we spoke was homecoming on the yard. My phone vibrated, that's when I saw her name. Pleasantries were exchanged, then deep the convo became. We said goodnight when the clock struck 3. Then I fell asleep dreaming about what we could be.
Can you imagine just me and you? Champagne glasses, table for two. Sun is shining bright and high, not a dark cloud in the sky. We can laugh or we can cry while we sip on Dublin wine.
The honeymoon phase always feels so right. Good morning text, FaceTime at night. It's been a minute since I crushed like this, but I ain't trying to put my feelings and my trust at risk, so I got my guard up, but I feel something strong. She got me up all night singing these love songs, but I realize I gotta take it slow so we can build a friendship and give it time to grow. We was the perfect match, fire and air sign. So much in common, like we share the same mind. She knows she bad, she recognize her worth. She won't settle for less, so I gotta put in work. I learned my lesson from the last when they got away. You want that girl, then don't hesitate another day. And I'll be damned if I ever blow the chance. So I made a date and told her cancel all the plans.
Can you imagine just me and you? Champagne glasses, table for two. I've been waiting all this time to tell you what's on my mind. We can make a love divine that is sweet as Dublin wine.
Heart racing, mind pacing, butterflies in my stomach while I'm waiting, chest aching, sweat breaking. Now I'm suddenly overthinking. Today I made some plans with the apple of my eye. A picnic in the park, sunflowers and some wine. But much to my surprise, a message hit my phone. She said she couldn't make it. My face went to stone. I knew something was wrong. Thoughts start running through my head. Was it something I did? Or was it something I said? Now her phone's dead. Text not going through. She played me like I was green. Blocked my number out the blue. I sat there heartbroken in the worst kind of pain. But it is what it is. Gotta charge it to the game. But it's her loss and my lesson to gain. Now I know my worth and I'll never hurt again.
I once imagined just me and you. Champagne glasses, table for two. Thought you were one of a kind. How could I not see the signs? Gotta leave it all behind and pour out this Dublin wine.
As I pour out this Dublin wine, Carolina red with sweet muscadine, I think about the moments that we could have made in time. Sipping on the glass where we laugh when we die. I could have been hers, she could have been mine. Now she's just a memory I wanna leave behind. Damn, I hate to waste this Dublin wine. I bet it would have tasted divine.
So it seems I got some enemies, yeah. I can feel it in your energy, yeah. I see you hating on what's meant to be, but a nigga too blessed to be stressed out. I'm too blessed, I'm too blessed to be stressed out. I'm too blessed, I'm too blessed to be stressed. We've been kicking it hard for a minute. I cherish the memories, all that we've been through. I guess that I didn't prepare for the moment that we couldn't work through our issues. Difference between us and time is the reason that really I can't even blame you. It is what it is. I gotta forgive. Shit, I don't wanna change you. I gotta respect that we had a connection. That shit was the truth. The natural selection. I call it divine intervention. No lessons when I was a youth. Had different direction. We had to define our blessings for trying to get in the game. I still came through in the clutch. Fourth quarter with range. I'm calling static on the line. Lose my senses. Destined for greatness while stuck in place with my mental dedication. But still at times I will forget myself. Caught up in some shit. Hesitation I probably felt because of empty validation from somebody else. I never wanted to be amongst some. Watch your step, take me back to realer times when we was fine. We could talk without the drama. Now we fuss and fight, living life, bonding over trauma. I release you, girl. Said I release you, girl. Yeah. Said I release you, girl. Said I release you. Yeah. Cause tides turn, baby. Tides turn. I'm so wavy. Yeah. So baby, don't chase me. I hope you get home safely. Yeah. Cause tides turn, baby. Tides turn. So wavy. Yeah. So baby, don't chase me. I hope you get home safely. I really don't know what we're gonna be, but I gotta let go, girl. Cause you disturbing my peace. Really feel this time now. You need some time and some space, so I gotta let you know, girl. Gotta put you back in your place, and then I gotta move on, just move
on. That's him playing the guitar too. That his name is Obiage or Obi, and that's called Tide's Turn. I absolutely love that song too. The first song that I played was Dublin Wine. And I was just talking to the people over here on TikTok, Instagram, and I was basically letting them know, like, a lot of this music that I'm playing right now, I play it when I'm not on the radio. I authentically play this music when I'm sitting here at my computer working for the day or whatnot. I be playing y'all music because it's good. It really is good. And because of that, I'll never play mainstream music because I feel like y'all deserve to be known and more people should know about your music. So shout out to both of them. I love it. I can't wait till Gotti starts sending me some music videos. That'd be really dope. If you're out there and you're an artist and you have good music, please send me in your music. Like, we want to hear it for real, and we'll get it in rotation. So something else that I was saying over to the Instagram group, which I want to say to y'all, because I always got new prostitutes that, show up. And so I continue to repeat myself and talk about things. This is something I've talked about before, But I was telling them how I've got my note cards because I was just thinking about something I wanted to add to my note card. But of course, I can't find a pen right now. But I was thinking about something I needed to add to my note card. And as I was looking at it, I was like, oh, well, I did that. I did that. I did that. That's cool. And I also created the other list and I did everything on that list too. So that's cool, right? So I had a little feeling of, happiness within myself because I've completed some tasks even though I didn't necessarily have my my note card in front of me because it was in my other purse. And that's something too. When I write down what I have to do, I am more likely to get it done compared to me using the notes on my phone. I don't finish the task the same way. It's something about it being in my handwriting, me writing it down, that my brain remembers it more. And it remembers what the list looked like. Like it remembers, how I had it or whatnot. Because sometimes I'll fold it in threes so that I can have three different lists. Like if I need to have a list for home, work, and self, I'll cut it in, I'll fold it in threes like this, and then I'll write three different things on that one piece of paper, and I'll try to get something done out of all of the lists, right? And so I just like telling y'all about some of the stuff that I do to help me not only be a more organized person or to be a more fulfilled person, because I feel as though I'm actually accomplishing the things that I'm trying to do, so I don't feel so overwhelmed. Because I never get rid of these cards, you guys. I keep them. I paper clip them all together. Like I got a big paper clip or whatever, and I put them all together and I put them on my vision board so that I can see that I'm getting things accomplished. And every year I just start a new roll of it, and I just rubber band them up, put them back up there. And I've been doing it now for like 2 years. One of my homegirls told me to just start writing down whatever I'm going through. So I would just start writing it down, and then it blossomed into this. And now I can actually see what I've accomplished for the year, right? So try that. If you feel overwhelmed a lot, that was the issue that I was having. I always felt overwhelmed and I never felt like I was getting anything accomplished. And people around me were always talking about how, oh my God, you do so much. You get, you're like, they could see my accomplishments and what I was doing throughout the day, but I couldn't see it. And for some people, it's the little things that count. I will write down do laundry. And the fact that I actually did my laundry and folded the clothes and put them away, that is a victory for me. Okay? It is a victory. All right? Doing my daughter's hair. That is a victory for me because she's got a lot of hair. And even as a hairstylist, this is still a task. Okay? So, don't sell yourself short in the things that you have to do, and allowing yourself to be proud that you got something accomplished. Cleaning out my car is a big one. I pay every month to be able to wash my car every week. And every month I wash my car once. But I need to clean out my car and wash my car at least once a week because that's just something I want to do. I just haven't grasped that habit yet. But I got a habit stack to get it done. Teacher Anitra, you already know what I'm talking about for habit stacking. Atomic Habits, really great book. Y'all need to read it. But yeah, so hopefully that helps somebody. Hopefully that's this right here, hopefully this helps, so there you go. Good morning, DJ Monte. How you doing? Good morning, Big Red Leads. He said, good morning, fam. Hope everyone is kicking off the day with abundance and success. Queen Unique is here as well. She said, absolutely. I enjoy hearing different selection of music. It's very refreshing. And Teacher Anitra said, her bike is still not put together, but she did move it to its new location. So that's a little small victories, baby, small victories. Big Red says writing it down activates the brain and brings those tasks and goals to the subconscious part of the mind, which is the most powerful section of the brain. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these conversations. You know, it is Thursday, and on Thursday, we talk about what's going on in the cannabis community. And actually some stuff has happened. Let's see. Let me pull it out. Trello. I use this service called Trello. I absolutely love it. It helps me keep everything organized. If you haven't tried Trello to organize your thoughts and stuff, and you can add extra people to it, it's pretty cool. Anyways, let's see. We're gonna talk about some cannabis today. So, shoot or smoke? How do y'all choose whether or not you would rather have your cannabis license and be allowed to consume your medication, or you would rather have your license to carry a gun, but you can't have both? And I've always wondered, why is that? And it doesn't make sense if we have an unalienable right to protect ourselves and bear arms, right? So listen to this. A GOP congressman files a bill to allow marijuana consumers to buy guns. Okay. Republican congressmen filed a bill last Thursday on 4/20, the cannabis holiday, to protect the Second Amendment rights of people who use marijuana in legal states, allowing them to purchase and possess firearms that they're currently prohibited from having under federal law. Representative Brian Mast, a representative from Florida, co-chair of the Congressional Cannabis Caucus, reintroduced the Gun Rights and Marijuana Act on Thursday, which they call GRAM. I love it. One of the latest in a series of cannabis proposals to be filed in the run-up to the 4/20 holiday. The bill, which was previously led by Representative Don Young of Arkansas, who was mass replaced as a cannabis caucus leader, would amend federal statute to make it so marijuana consumers would not be considered an unlawful user of a controlled substance if they reside in a state that legalized cannabis. As it stands, people who admit to being an unlawful user of marijuana are barred from buying, possessing, or selling firearms, a federal policy that's recently been challenged in several federal courts and deemed unconstitutional by at least two. No one should be forced to choose between their rights. You have a right to bear arms, and in many states, you have a right to use cannabis. Congress needs to legislate based on reality. And the reality is that those who legally use marijuana are being treated as second-class citizens, and that's not acceptable. Government exists to protect the rights of the people, and that's exactly what this bill does. Federal law enforcement doesn't actively screen gun owners for substance use, but a question on the U.S. Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco and Firearms and Explosive form asks would-be gun purchasers, are you an unlawful user of or addicted to marijuana or any depressant, stimulant, narcotic drug, or any other controlled substance? It is a felony to lie on the form. The gun and marijuana issue has come to a fore in a number of federal courts over the past year, with the Justice Department being forced to defend the ban's constitutionality, especially in light of a U.S. Supreme Court case where justices generally create a higher standard for policies that seek to impose restrictions on gun rights. In February, a federal judge declared that the ban prohibiting people who use marijuana from possessing firearms is unconstitutional, saying that the federal government's justification for upholding the law is concerning. And the DOJ is appealing that decision. Addressing this issue is of particular importance to the veteran community, Mass said. No veteran that I know wants to be forced to be to choose between a viable treatment for treatment options for conditions like PTSD and the ability to protect themselves and their families. The Graham Act is about ensuring that no one has to make that choice. Now, my question is this. Why isn't the gun people up on this as well? Because it is a large community of gun owners that also smoke weed. Like they said, veterans is a large community in itself. So why hasn't the gun activists and gun lobbyists, why haven't they backed this bill? I would really like to know that. Okay. Good morning. How you doing, Blurred? We need to move past this era of prohibition, just like what happened with alcohol previously in our country's history. It has to be the point that we get to go with cannabis use in America. I'm for it because I don't want to pick between my guns and my medicine. I'm for it. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and do what we need to do and reschedule cannabis. Why is it still a Schedule 1 drug? And why haven't we moved to the point where we understand that this don't make no damn sense? And that at this point, you're obviously using it to victimize a certain group of people. Because if Wahite people can make money off of cannabis, but brown people have to go to jail for cannabis, something's wrong. Something's absolutely wrong with that. All right, so there's that. And with that being said, guess what? Yet another place has legalized cannabis, okay? Or at least it's up for the governor's signature. So here it goes. Recreational marijuana will become legal in Delaware Sunday without Governor Carney's signature. The governor said in a statement that the debate has gone on for far too long, and though he still opposes legalization, he won't stop it anymore. All right. Starting with the stroke of midnight on Saturday. I think this was last week. Because I do my homework on Saturday. So starting with the stroke of midnight on Saturday, Delawareans over the age of 21 can light up a joint, a bong, or a bowl of marijuana in private, or eat a weed gummy without any threat of penalty. That's because Governor John Carney said in a written statement at 3:45 p.m. on Friday that he would not veto a bill to legalize the possession, use, or transportation of up to an ounce of weed. The governor, a staunch opponent of legalization, also said on Friday that he won't veto the bill that created the regulated marijuana retail market. This means that last Sunday, if you get pulled over for speeding or any other traffic violation, you could have an ounce clearly visible in a bag sitting on the passenger seat, and police can't do a damn thing. No different from having an unopened six-pack of beer in the car. Carney won't sign the bill into law or use his veto pen as he did last year with the legislation-only measure. Instead, he will let it become law without his signature. His deadline for signing or vetoing was Saturday at midnight for the legalization-only bill and Wednesday night for the regulatory bill. None of the 30 retail licenses where people can buy marijuana will be issued until at least August of 2024. While regulations are being adopted and applicants are reviewed, a 15% tax will be levied on all retail sales. As I've constantly said, I believe the legalization of recreational marijuana is not a step forward, Carney's statement said. I support both medical marijuana and Delaware's decriminalization law because no one should go to jail for possessing a personal use quantity of marijuana, and today they do not. I want to be clear that my views on this issue have not changed. And I understand that there are those who may share my views who will be disappointed in my decision not to veto this legislation. I have came to this decision because I believe we spent too much time focused on this issue when Delawareans face more serious and pressing concerns every day. It's time to move on. More than anything, what I like about this is that you're finally listening to the people. When a majority of your constituents have spoken up and they keep coming back to the table, and it becomes more and more of them saying, this is what we want, even if that is not in your heart of what you want, get the fuck out the way. Get out the way, man. I appreciate this. I respect. I appreciate, I am not mad, and I absolutely respect everything that this man has said and done. He said, look, it ain't for me. It ain't one of them things that I want to do, that I want my legacy behind. But you know what? It's a way that I can let y'all have what y'all want without it being part of my legacy. I'm just going to wash my hands. Y'all voted, y'all won, bet. I ain't gonna stop it, and I ain't gonna push it through neither. What happened. I'm just gonna do my job. Let's move on to the next point of business, please. I respect that's politics. In my mind, that's politics. The people have spoken. You spoken up on behalf of your people, but other people spoke up too. And their voice was a little bit louder, and it was more of them. So move on. He get much respect from me. This make me want to go to Delaware and be a part of their tourism. Because you got a governor that make sense. You got a governor that make it make sense. What's in Delaware to do? Is there anything fun? Is it, maybe it's just picturesque? Is it picturesque? Do I need to go to Delaware so that I can see some beautiful, some beautifuls? I like birds and mountains. You know what? I don't think in my lifetime have I seen a real snow-capped mountain. I don't know that I have. Now I've seen, and the only reason why I'm saying that is because I've seen the Georgia mountains, but I think I went to go see them when the trees were turning colors. And so I saw, because in my head I see it. I see all the greens and the purples and the oranges and all of the beautiful colors, and I just was in awe of it. And when we were coming down the mountain and we were leaving, I think it was just starting to snow. So I didn't pull up on the mountain when it was all snow-capped and covered. But I would like to see some snow-capped mountains, When I think of it, though, I think of Colorado. I don't think of Delaware. What's in Delaware? What's in Delaware, y'all? What's in Delaware? Let's see. We got Big Red said, the majority of legal gun owners are Republicans. Republicans are fighting tooth and nail to keep them separate, and you already know they are never giving up their guns. But more and more of them are smoking weed. And who say Republicans don't smoke weed? I think they do. I don't think weed is a bipartisan issue or not a bipartisan issue. We go across both aisles. It's just a matter of Are you open and honest about it and unapologetic, or are you hiding and being a hypocrite? That's really the question at this point, because all y'all done smoked some weed at some point, and if you didn't, you know somebody or you was with somebody that did. There is 6 degrees of separation for cannabis for everybody. You are not gonna tell, you are not, unless you lived in some place like Dubai where you can't smoke weed. Like, unless you live somewhere like North Korea. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's 6 degrees of separation for cannabis. Everybody on this planet. Hell, the Neanderthals got caught with weed. They finding people buried in the snow that had cancer back then that was smoking weed. It's in the oldest medical journal in the world, listed first. And the very first thing you always list is the most important. Look on the back of your drinks. What's listed first? Agua, because it's got water in it, first and foremost. The very first thing listed in the oldest medical journal is weed. Cannabis, marijuana, mota. How you say weed in Japanese? I need some more languages. Drop me some Russian. How do you say weed in German? Okay? The good stuff. Sticky icky icky. Mary Jane. Buddha. I'm sorry. Queen said, now see, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you agree to disagree. Just get out the damn way if you don't agree. And that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to agree with everything. And that's fine. We heard y'all. But how is you stopping you because you don't want to do it? Why I can't do it? I'm not hurting you. Now, it's different if we was talking about crack. Okay, maybe we don't want y'all to having the ability to smoke crack. You know what I mean? A little weed ain't hurt them. It's Glory Rose over here cracking the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, ain't nothing wrong. I get it. I get it. We might not want y'all to smoke no crack. That ain't right. There ain't nothing wrong with a little weed. And if you don't want to smoke weed, just get out the way of the people who do. This ain't your fight to fight. Okay? Delaware State, HBC. HBC what? Head bitch in charge? What's HBC? I don't know them acronyms. Help. Blur's Pursuit of Health said, I went there on a field trip. I'm from Jersey, so it was okay. Cool. Big Red said they make more money from keeping it going federal. Sunshine, the DEA are still cracking down on dispensaries. That's free cash to fund their agendas. HBCUs. Oh, okay. It's a HBCU in Delaware. HBCU. I don't know it. I'm not good. But I know that's why they don't. I get it. I definitely get it, because please believe you could put your weed in the car and not get in trouble for state, but you still might get slapped with a federal charge. So don't be no fool. Okay, just because they say you can do something, you just make sure you on the list of people who can do it. If you on the Wahite side, you might be able to do that. If you are on the Brown side, you can't do that. Don't be foolish. Don't be stupid. Okay. Yeah, look, y'all, we gotta go to another break real quick so I can set up for my favorite segment. That's right, we about to go ahead and talk about science. And today on Science News, have y'all ever heard of microplastics? You're starting to hear that a lot more. If you don't know what microplastics are, we're going to learn about microplastics. I've heard about them being in the water and being on mountains. And I've even heard about microplastics being in your body, but I don't really know what that means or how we flush them out or whatever. So we're going to talk about that today. And of course, we always have to talk about something that you can go to the bar and pick somebody up with. So today we're going to be talking about Today we're going to be drinking about butt drinking beetles. Yes, beetles that drink out of their butt. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for Weird Science right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Ow! Here goes Frankie featuring Les Riley with Medicated.
I get the backward and roll up the green. When I'm dressing low and 3.5 doesn't make me a fiend. Have you ever seen me cheat free? No, I needed to breathe and I needed to function. I roll out before work, that's how I keep my habits funded. I get the backward and roll up the green. When I'm dressing low and 3.5 doesn't make me a fiend. Have you ever seen me cheat free? No, I needed to breathe and I needed to function. I roll out before work, that's how I keep my habits funded.
Love it when you ride around and then call me girl. You know you got options in your phone. Some for the texting, some for caressing. You call me when stressing, girl. Wanna sit back and watch you roll it up and get high, but wanna see how close we can get from touching the sky, but you knowing that the boy is really feeling you. Roll it past it, banging, now it's time for round two. Twisted fingers like we banging, I just roll two. Don't treat her like she famous, so she comfortable. For you, girl, I'ma do whatever I gotta do. Girl, you're better than Detroit playing at 92.
Frankie, baby. I get the backward and roll up the green. I'm dressing low and 3.5 doesn't make me a fiend. Have you ever seen me cheat free? No, I needed to breathe and I needed to function. I roll out before work, that's how I keep my habits funded. I get the backward and roll up the green. I'm dressing low and 3.5 doesn't make me a fiend. Have you ever seen me cheat free? No, I needed to breathe and I needed to function. I roll out before work, that's how I keep my habits funded.
I be keeping rolling ganja. Some of y'all call it that gas. That should keep me far from problems. I just need it in a bag. Now I'm gone up in a station. Don't know when I'm coming back. You can't find me, see you later. I don't see you on the roster. Get away from me if you ain't on the team. No, it can't hang. You try to smoke for free. I already got pounds like dispensary. Smoking out loud, so I don't hear a thing. Niggas be talking like they really smoking. If that were true, wouldn't even be talking. I got that shit, might put you in a coma. Call my shit back, man, you smoking that joker. I could never slow up, roll up, I don't pull up. Ain't no need for lean when I'm on the dojo. My weed super clean, really know a grower. Don't know what I mean, something you ain't knowing. No, I don't care about what you be on. I'm rolling up here and how my dogs. Don't get the picture, you hit and record. We ain't the same, you can't enter my fortress.
I get the backward and roll up the green. I'm dressing low and 3.5 doesn't make me a fiend. Have you ever seen me cheat free? No, I needed to breathe and I needed to function. I roll out before work, that's how I keep my habits funded. I get the backward and roll up the green. I'm dressing low and 3.5 doesn't make me a fiend. Have you ever seen me cheat free? No, I needed to breathe and I needed to function. I roll out before work, that's how I keep my habits funded. I know the world is crazy and sometimes it makes you sick. You gotta medicate. Do it for the haters, that's forever on your dick. You gotta medicate. Cause I done heard and seen and been through some shit I can't believe ever happened. But shit, it did, and now my mind's gone. My mind's gone with the wind. My mind's gone. I get the backward and roll up the green. I'm dressing low and 3.5 doesn't make me a fiend. Have you ever seen me cheat free? No, I needed to breathe.
Good morning. This is All Hustle, No Fear on Hits 92.3. And every morning you wake up with us because we rock your mic.
Mm-hmm. How big is your mic, Sunshine?
Big enough to interview you with.
This is Karen the Connector coming to you live here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. I'm here live every Thursday from 12 to 2 talking about what's important to you. So make sure you tune in.
maybe I should pop up this time. What's your deal? Why you ain't been in my line? I assume you found some you think is fine. She can't be much better than me, nigga. I am prime. Who in the hell do you think you're fooling, yo? This gotta be the $1 million question. Thought I learned my lesson until you reached out to me with that cap confession. Ooh. Tell me why you and I gotta be so toxic. That's what I wanna know. Tell me why you and I gotta be so heartless. Almost like we don't wanna grow. Tell me why you and I gotta act so evil. So evil. Tell me why we both act like it's so easy to let go, knowing we can leave each other alone. Alone, alone, alone. Alone, alone, alone. Since day one, we had this high. You were like no other, filling me up with your hype. Got me caught up in vibes. 1 in a million, nothing's the same. I'm going insane. You started to change, why would you change? Everything you bring up to me, it turns into pain. I forgave you, you ain't need it. Your words misleading. Even with all the red flags that I seen before this, I didn't wanna believe it. I know it's better out there, but I ain't going nowhere. Who else gon' understand me? Stay up joking with me, beat my back while he's pulling my hair. Oh, said I never would've thought we would've ended. I never would've thought I'd lose my best friend. I don't think that I can get used to this. One day we'll be over, then we're back in love again. Tell me why you and I gotta be so toxic. That's what I wanna know. Tell me why you and I gotta be so heartless. Almost like we don't wanna grow. Tell me why you and I gotta act so evil. So evil, so evil. Tell me why we both act like it's so easy to let go, knowing we can leave each other alone. Alone, alone, alone. Alone, alone, alone. Alone, alone. Ooh, that song just so, ooh, Shy. The way I love you, girl. Shy Kiera just don't miss, okay? Shy Kiera is also the girl who sings the song LMAFOU. Let me fuck on you. Yeah, she's also the one who sings with the dancing. Yes, that's the same girl. That's Shy Kiera. And I love the juxtaposition of her music because she also has a faith-based song that I play on my other shows that are more Christian-based shows. It's called I'm Blessed. Sometimes I play it on here in the mornings when I'm feeling like, you know, I'm feeling in my church bag or whatever. But y'all go look her up. It's SHY_KERRA. Shy Kiera. Okay. I love her. She's amazing. When you go see her or when you go follow her on Instagram and stuff, you make sure you tell her Sunshine sent you, Sunshine love you. I want her to come back. She was one of those shows where she was on the show a long time ago when we were in the other building. And of course, that's one of those shows that YouTube just deleted for me. And I promise you, I won't let that happen again. I won't let that happen again. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. And like I said, I'm in my feelings today. And if I'm in my feelings, I want to play in my feelings music. And I'll sit and I'll talk to myself and try to figure out what's going on. And when I do, I'll be good.
But I'm human. It happens. You got to go through shit. You know what I'm saying? And you got to get through shit. You got to go through it and get through it. Now, time for my favorite part of the day. You already know we're going to be talking about science. And what are microplastics? If you heard about them, you know about them, drop something in the chat room. Let me know what you know about microplastics. And then I'm going to tell you what this story is telling us about it, this article, and we'll try to figure it out together and see what we want to do. If we want to change something that we're doing in our way we eat, how we dispose of things. I don't know. Let's figure it out. It's a conversation, right? So microplastics are in our bodies, and here's why we don't know the health risks. Tiny particles of plastic have been found everywhere, from the deepest place on the planet, the Mariana Trench, to the top of Mount Everest. And now more and more studies are finding that microplastics, defined as plastic piece less than 5 millimeters across, are also in our bodies. What we are looking at is the biggest oil spill ever, says Marina Westerbros, founder of the Plastic Soup Foundation, an Amsterdam-based nonprofit advocacy organization that works to reduce plastic pollution around the world. Nearly all plastics are made from fossil fuel sources, and microplastics are everywhere, she adds, even in our bodies. In recent years, microplastics have been documented in all parts of the human lung, in maternal and fetal placenta tissues, in human breast milk, and in human blood. Microplastics scientist Heather Leslie, formerly of the Vleerhei Universiteit Amsterdam, and colleagues found that microplastics in blood samples from 17 of 22 healthy adult volunteers in the Netherlands. The finding, published last year in Environmental International, confirms what scientists have long suspected. These tiny bits can be absorbed into the human bloodstream. We went from expecting plastic particles to be absorbable and present in the human bloodstream to knowing that they are. The findings aren't entirely surprising. Plastics are all around us, durable, versatile, and cheap to manufacture. They are in our clothes, cosmetics, electronics, tires, packaging in so many forms of daily use. And the types of plastic and plastic materials on the market continues to increase. There are around 3,000 plastic materials when I started researching microplastics over a decade ago. Now there are over 9,600, and that's a huge number with its own chemical makeup and potential toxicity. Though durable, plasticals do degrade by weathering from water, wind, sunlight, or heat, as in ocean environments or in landfills, or by friction in the case of car tires, which release plastic particles along roadways during motion and braking. In addition to studying microplastic particles, researchers are also trying to get a handle on nanoplastic. Those are particles which are less than 1 micrometer in length. The large number of plastic objects in the environment will break down into micro and nanoplastics, consistently raising particle numbers. Nearly 2 decades ago, marine biologists began drawing attention to the accumulation of microplastics in the ocean and their potential to intervene with organism and ecosystem health. But only in recent years have scientists started focusing on microplastics in people's food and drinking water, as well as in indoor air. Plastic particles are also intentionally added to cosmetics like lipstick, lip gloss, and eye makeup to improve their feel and finish, and to personal care products such as face scrubs, toothpastes, and shower gels for the cleansing and exfoliating properties. When washed off, these microplastics enter the sewage system. They can end up in the sewage sludge from wastewater treatment plants, which is used to fertilize agricultural lands, or even treated waterways. Sorry. Okay, so What, if any, damage microplastics may do when they get in our bodies is not clear, but a growing community of researchers investigating these questions think there is reason for concern. Inhaled particles might irritate and damage the lungs, akin to the damage caused from other particulate matter. And although the composition of plastic particles varies, some contain chemicals that are known to interfere with the body's hormones. Currently, there are huge knowledge gaps in our understanding of how these particles are processed by the human body. Okay. Research points to two main entry routes in the human body. We swallow them and we breathe them. Evidence is growing that our food and our water is contaminated with microplastics. A study in Italy reported in 2020 microplastics found in everyday fruits and vegetables. Wheat and lettuce plants have been observed taking up microparticles in the lab, and uptake from soil containing the particles is probably how they get into our produce in the first place. Sewage sludge can contain microplastics, not only from personal care products, but also from our washing machines. One study looking at sludge from a wastewater treatment plant in Southwest England found that if the treated sludge produced there were used to fertilize soils, a volume of microplastic particles equivalent to what is found in more than 20,000 plastic credit cards could potentially be released into the environment each month. On top of that, fertilizers are coated with a plastic for controlled release. Plastic mulch film is used as a protective layer for crops, and water containing microplastics is used for irrigation. And agricultural fields in Europe and North America are estimated to receive far higher quantities of microplastic than global oceans. All right, y'all. Okay. Something else that's going to kill us, something else that's messing with us, and something else that we've got to pay attention to. First, it was not first, but it was the microwaves, it's the BPA, it's the MSG, it's the 5G, it's the CFCs. As humans, we are creating the things that are actually destroying us, and we have to figure out ways to mitigate this. I don't know. I don't know how to not eat food from the soil. It is. Blair said that's a lot to take in. Have you ever heard of this? Have you ever heard of microplastics? If you have heard of microplastics, what do you try to do to avoid them? Do you not give a damn? Is it like y'all, at some point it becomes a thing of we all gonna die someday of something. How are we gonna prevent ourselves from everything? I mean, we literally eat on plastic silverware. I'm sure some of y'all with them chompers that y'all got done bit into a fork or a spoon and swallowed some plastic. I see how fast y'all eat y'all candy. I know a couple of y'all done bit off some of them plastic wrappers and swallowed them. Like, what is we talking about here? Blurred said, oh my, we are just self-sabotaging ourselves. But I mean, how can we not? There's no other creature on this earth that's creating things out of nothing, right? Like we are figuring out how to take particles and molecules and create stuff. We've harnessed energy and electricity, and we are creating stuff. All of this stuff got a byproduct. Me sitting under these lights right now is causing me some sort of infrared cancer that I don't know nothing about. We just ain't studied it yet. I bet you if you study enough stuff, you'll find something of everything that we do is causing our death and destruction. Fat Talk Radio said she's heard of it. She says vitamins help and cleanse and detox. It's a horrible cycle. So, okay, this is my question. When you cleanse your body of microplastics, how it come out? Because that sounds like a real irritating boo-boo. Like, I don't want my colon scratched on the way out. You know what I'm saying? Am I the only one thinking like this? I've got a crick in my neck, and I must have slept wrong as hell, because it don't want to turn to the left at all. But this is just it's a lot to take in. Like Bleard said, it's a lot to take in. Good Gas Talk said poop about to be stiff as hell. And then what you doing? You pooping it out, and then you sending it back into the environment, because all you doing is pooping it out your body and putting it back in the waste system. And then they taking that sewer sludge and they putting it in your food. So you really just taking it to put it back in. So why get rid of it if you just gonna bring it back? I don't get it. Rodney said, this is the third Earth. Man done messed up the last two. I'm just saying. Send me an article. I want to read about that. I want to read about how this is the third Earth. I definitely want to read about that, because I'm into Anunnaki and Nubaru and the Sumerians. I'm into all that type of shit, right? I'm into all that. So definitely send me an article about, or send me a video. Let me go down the rabbit hole of third Earth. I'm curious, because that sounds interesting. Fat Talk Radio said it's a charcoal cleanse and it's not good, but yeah, the plastic and the nanos. Yeah. Blair said you good. You look short. You look short, look swollen around your colon. Life just be lifing. There you go. I know that one. Life just be lifing. Let's see. It says results from studies attempting to quantify levels of human ingestion vary dramatically, but they do suggest people might be consuming on the order of tens of thousands of microplastic particles per person per year. These estimates may change as more data come in, and they will likely vary depending on people's diets and where they live. Plus, it's not clear how these particles are absorbed, distributed, metabolized, and excreted by the human body. And if not excreted immediately, how long they might stick around. Babies may face particularly high exposures. A small study of 6 infants and 10 adults found that the infants had more microparticles in their feces than the adults did. Research suggests microplastics can enter the fetus via the placenta. The babies could also ingest the particles via breast milk. The use of plastic feeding bottles and teething toys add to children's microplastics exposure. So that binky ain't good for their teeth, and it ain't good for their microplastics. Microplastic particles are also floating in the air. Research conducted in Paris to document microplastics levels of indoor air found that concentrations ranging from 3 to 15 particles per cubic meter of air. I don't know how much that is, but it sounds like too damn much. Just sounds like too damn much. Outdoor concentrations were much lower. Airborne particles may turn out to be more of a concern than those in food. So now we can't breathe. Y'all, I don't want to read this no more, because this is why no, we gonna talk about beetles drinking out their ass. Because basically what you're telling me is be afraid, be very afraid, and there's nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. What the hell? And you ain't gonna tell me I wasn't breathing in microplastics when I was wearing them masks, them maskuses for them 16, 18 months. I know I was breathing in some microplastics then. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, why it can't be simple where we was just knowing, just don't eat lead. Now, you can't do nothing. You know what I feel like right now? I swear to God. Right now, I feel like Harlem Nights when they put old boy in the safe and he just sat there. He just like it ain't shit else I can do. I can't eat. I can't breathe. I can't move around. Anything I do, I'm going to get plasticized. So I'm just going to sit here. Like, what's the point? Y'all just scaring us to scare us at this time. At this point, you just scare me to scare me. And I don't even, like, I'm good. I'm good. I ain't about to let you fuck up my good day. And I'm about to go get a poke bowl in a plastic bowl and with a plastic fork. And I'm going to eat the hell out of it. Because what? You ain't going to do this to me. You ain't going to do this to me. Blur said, who makes these tests? I'm just asking. Like, who sat there and was like, hey, let me see if it's some plastic in these people's poops. I'm just asking. And I'm with you on that one. But with that being said, too, let's go ahead and let our kids know that anything can be a job. You can be a poop scooper and test poop and test the plastics in the poop. Like, everybody ain't got to be a fucking Insta hoe. Everybody ain't got to be a doggone, as I'm trying to be a YouTuber. Everybody ain't got to be a YouTuber. Like, there are so many other jobs and different things out there that you can do. Like, really cool stuff out there that you can do. And I'm not saying that siphoning through plastic poop is cool, but it ain't an everyday job. Like, could you imagine sitting at the bar and be like, so, what do you do? Oh, well, I collect people's poop and I measure how much plastic is in it. Really now? Let me move my cup over here. But tell me more or less. You can tell me less, but tell me more. You know what I mean? Like, it's a cool ass job. It's a cool ass job. Yes, a poop scooper. Queen, why is you laughing at me? That's exactly what you are. You're a poop scooper. Queen said, I said this one day this week already. Damned if you do, damned if you're putting all that salt on there. Well, hell, if it's not the salt, it's the plastic. Something gonna kill me. At least it should taste good going down. And that's what I'm gonna say from now on. When people be like, why you putting all that salt on your food? I gotta cover up the taste of the plastics. Oh, I can't make up this life. Anyways, let's talk about butt drinking beetles. That's right. Y'all know I love me some science, and I found something that was quite interesting. So next time I go to the bar, whoever's sitting next to me, I'm going to talk to them about some beetles that drink out of their butt. Oh, okay. My bad. I pushed a button and everything went out. Anyways, all right, here we go. Some beetles drink using their butts, and scientists are starting to understand how. Red flower beetles, a major agricultural pest, open their anus to get water vapor in the air flowing into their lower gut and condensing on any poop there. The insects draw the water out of the fecal material using special cells lining their lower digestive system. Researchers report on March 21st in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. This is an amazing mechanism, one that could one day be exploited to make beetle-specific pesticides that could protect crops while safeguarding bees and other insects. Why do y'all want it? Look, there's a reason why we got beetles. If you kill all the beetles, then there's something that don't eat beetles, or there's something that beetles eat. Just because they messing up your crops don't mean we got to kill them. You know what? Here we go. STEM. How about y'all, instead of finding ways to terminate the pest, how about you find ways to repel? I don't want you to kill off any other bugs from eating your crops. I just want you to make the crops not appealing to them. How do you do that? And don't tell me that that's not possible, because there are trees that create flowers that are a specific color that they know birds will be able to tell that that flower is for them, but bees don't see that color, so bees don't fuck with it. So why can't we as humans come up a way to repel these bugs without killing them, instead of causing these bugs their demise and messing up the ecosystem? If God created everything for a reason, you are playing God by killing stuff that God created. You killing something that something else need to eat. You killing something that something else need to kill it. Let's find ways of repelling instead of, let's find bug repellent, pesticide repellent instead of pesticide killers. You know what I'm saying? Because pretty soon, you don't know, you haven't figured out every way that this beetle does the ecosystem good. And you knocking this one beetle off the ecosystem is fucking up Mother Nature's pH balance. I said it. All right. Insects pests get into as much as 20% of the global food supply every year, destroying food and costing farmers money. The nation's Food and Agricultural Organization estimates beetles are particularly persnickety. These insects can thrive in arid environments, including in supplies of wheat and other bone-dry crops. One-way dry adapted beetles survive is by recycling water out of their poop and using the rectal complex, an organ near the end of their digestive system. But researchers don't know how the insects accomplish this feat. Hallberg and colleagues found that in red flower beetles, the gene NHA1 is more active and cells pock-marking the lining of the rectal complex than anywhere else in the body. Scientists have previously suggested that the rectal complex blister-like cells were involved in sucking water out of the material in the organ. But the paradox was that they don't look like transporting cells, says Michael O'Donnell, an insect psychologist at McMaster University in Hamilton, Canada, who was not involved in the research. The new study may resolve that paradox. NHA1 produces a protein that pumps charged potassium particles across the cell's membrane. That may result in a buildup of the ions on the outside of the rectal complex, as researchers suspect. And through osmosis, water will move toward the areas with the high concentration of ions, so that the pool of potassium could allow beetles to move water through the wall of the rectal complex and into the rest of the body. I don't know what the hell that means, but the fact that y'all figured it out is sexy as hell to me. I don't care if we are talking about beetle butt. It's sexy as hell that you figured out how to dissect this animal, learn how it works, and to be able to answer, questions about the function of it. I think that's cool. That's sexy to me. I like that. I would love to sit in a conversation or sit in a room with somebody who does this kind of stuff for a living and just sit there and just listen to them talk about what they did at work and the process and stuff. That stuff is cool as shit. Am I the only one that thinks stuff like that is cool as shit? And it's because how often do you get to talk to somebody who does stuff like that? Like, that's not a normal everyday after lunch conversation. Oh, what did you do today? Oh, I dissected a beetle's ass. Oh. Okay. All right. So you dissected a beetle's ass today. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about that. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool as shit. I'd love to have a conversation with somebody like that. You don't get to have just these unique conversations with people that do really dope ass shit all the time, so y'all venture out, get outside of your comfort zone, talk to strangers, figure out what I love to ask people. So what do you do? Not where do you work, Not how do you make money, but what do you do? What makes you happy? What's passion? What gets your fire rolling? What gets your engine caboosing? You know what I mean? Like, what is it for you? And then to watch them people light up and talk about their passion projects, that's cool as hell. That's cool as hell. So it's somebody out there right now that's in the dirt. They picking up beetles and they taking them back to their office and they popping them beetles open and they trying to figure out how do beetles suck up water out their ass. Yep. I agree with you, Blurred. It's cool. It's really cool. Yep. I like it. All right, y'all. Before we get out of here, I've got time for one Ask the Hood. Let's go ahead and drop in on Ask the Hood real quick. And see what somebody needs some help with. Rodney said, I'm not much into beetle booties, but I feel you. Science is cool as hell and the understanding of things. Yeah. But you might not be into beetle booties. But listening to somebody talk about beetle booties might be interesting as hell, though. Even though you might not be into it, you don't want to go and dissect a beetle booty. But somebody talking about beetle booties might be like, you know what? That's cool as shit. I like listening to you talk about beetle booties. I can listen to you talk about beetle booties all day. You know? Just saying. All right, then. Let's find us a problem. Somebody's got a problem, and I got to answer it. Am I the asshole for telling my roommate that she has mommy issues? All right. Am I the asshole for telling my roommate she has mommy issues? I live in an apartment near my college with two roommates, Emily and Kate. We're all in our 20s and we're all female. The conflict is mainly between Emily and me. So for context, my mom and I call each other every day and usually a couple of times a day. It's nothing major. I call her when I'm walking back from one of my classes. She calls me when she's making lunch. I call her before I go to bed, etc. The calls combined aren't ever more than like 30 minutes, and it's mainly just to check in with each other in our spare time. She doesn't go crazy if I don't call at all. She just assumes I'm busy and we text each other good night. My roommate Emily always had something to say about it, and I always brushed it off because she's also my friend. So I just assumed it was her being annoying for fun. Anyways, she tells me it's really weird you still call your mom every day. It's like you have some unresolved issues or something. I look at her and point out that she hasn't spoken to either of her parents since we've been back from school from winter break, and she ain't seen them in over 3 months. I say, if anything, you might have some mommy issues since you've been ignoring your mama for 3 months now. Both her and Kate, who has always been closer to Emily than me, are saying that I overstepped and people can have different relationships with their parents. Well, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black, bitch? I'm sorry. But in my head, if they say that, then she doesn't have to comment that I call my mom too much. Am I the asshole here? Baby, you know you're not the asshole. I don't even know why you asking us is you the asshole. You absolutely positively know that whatever your relationship is with your mama is your relationship, and that is not their business. Don't you worry about it. If she don't talk to her mama, she don't talk to her mama, and so the hell what? That is their problem. She ain't had no business overstepping her boundaries and telling you that it's weird that you talk to your mama like that, because I feel triggered. Because when my grandma was alive, I used to call my grandma just to be like, I just saw a turkey cross the road, and meant it. I literally called my grandma one day just to tell her I seen a chicken cross the road, and there's a whole bunch of white people shooing the chicken over across the street. And it was the funniest thing I had ever seen. Like, I used to call my grandma 3 and 4 times a day. Back in the day when you had to press 559 first before you called it, or star 69 or star 72 or whatever it was to reverse the charges. Oh, man. I know my grandma had a high-ass damn bill, because I would call my grandma. We'd sit there and talk, and she never would not talk to me. And then as I became an adult and I was able to call my grandma and yes, Percocet babies, there was a time where long distance wasn't free, And it wasn't free on your cell phone either. You had to have long distance minutes on your cell phone. I wasted all my long distance minutes on my granny. That's who I was calling long distance. I wouldn't call nobody else but her, long distance. And then once it became free, we talked a couple times a day. She'd hang up on the phone with her friends and be like, this Niecy calling. I'm about to talk to her. And we would talk and we would giggle and we would laugh. And if that's a problem for you, that's your problem. Me having a relationship with a person, no matter if it's my mother, my grandmother, my father, my aunt, a damn pickle, why do you care? And then when I throw the mirror back in your face, why is it that all of a sudden, I've overstepped my boundaries now? Get out my face. No, ma'am, you are not the asshole. They in their feelings and their emotions, because you right. It's weird that they don't talk to their parents enough. And if this is needed at this point for somebody within earshot, go call your mama, text your daddy, say hi to your auntie, hit up one of your brothers, tell your sister what's good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who needed that word right there, but somebody need to hear. Go say hi to some relative that you got that you ain't related to in a while. That's it. Teacher Nietzsche said, you better call me after 9 o'clock. You damn right. My favorite thing to do was to be like, I got to hang up. I ain't got no more minutes. And when people be like, it's nights and weekends, it's free. No, not mine. Mine ain't free. You wasting my minutes. I can't tell you how many times I did that to my mom. My mom started talking crazy, and the first thing out my mouth, mom, I'm running out of minutes. I got to get off the phone. She be like, you ain't got that free plan yet? Nope, not yet. They said I don't qualify. I got to get off the phone, Mom. I hope she ain't watching, but I did. I still pull that with people now. Don't make me want to get off the phone. Hey man, I'm gonna use that to somebody this week. Hey man, I ain't got no more minutes on my phone. I gotta get off the phone. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta protect your aura. You gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you just gotta get off the phone, and you don't want to explain why you gotta get off the phone, and you don't want to hurt their feelings. Hey, I'm out of minutes. I gotta go. Let's see. Queen Unique said, right, cause what the fuck are you? That's projection. Get somebody else to do it. That's right, baby. Don't project your issues on me. Get somebody else to do it. All right, y'all, that is the show, and I gotta go, but y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, because we've got some other great shows right here on the Hits 92.3 platform. Later on in today, we've got Karen the Connector coming in. After that, we've got the Culturally Dope radio show. And stay tuned on the Hits 92.3 platform. We've got a new show starting this evening. I don't know the name of the show. I don't know the name of the show. I don't know the name of the show. But I do know that I got a new show starting this evening, and I believe it starts at 7 o'clock. Let's see, that's from 5 to 6. That's from 6 to 7. Oh, it starts at 8. We got a new show starting tonight at 8. So y'all make sure y'all tune in to Hits 92.3 platform. It will be on the radio, not live on streaming platforms, though. New shows are only heard on the radio. So y'all make sure y'all check us out. Go visit allhustlenofear.com. Catch some old episodes. If you want more All Hustle No Fear, you like what I be doing, go catch some of them old episodes, some of them 400 episodes. Like Rodney said, episode 451 is his favorite. Y'all go catch some of that. And do it quick while it's still free. Because one of my things, it says membership page. In my accountability group, I told my accountability group, I got to finish my membership page. So y'all do it while it's free, because pretty soon it's going to cost you $99 per month. This is All Hustle No Fear on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. I'll be back tomorrow with some Make It Make Sense. We will find out what's going on in Florida on Fridays. That's right. You find out what the hell Florida's going on. And Florida is on some what the hell, DeSantis? What the hell? This is All Hustle No Fear. Out.
Are you in need of some tattoo therapy? Visit Studio 219 for your next tattoo or piercing. Studio 219 is located at 1900 Piedmont Road in Atlanta, just 1 mile from the Lindbergh train station. Studio 219 is open Monday through Saturday from 12 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. and closed every Sunday. Book your appointment today by visiting www.studio219ink.com. That's studio219inc.com. Make sure to follow 219 on Instagram for promotions and specials at Studio 219ink. Studio 219. Let us fix your creative itch.
It's time for you to download the Enterprise Theater app on Roku TV. This platform has all of the content that you need. And All Hustle No Fear is in syndication right here on Enterprise Theater TV. So pick up your remote, download the app, and catch All Hustle No Fear and multiple platforms, multiple music videos, multiple movies at your leisure on Enterprise Theater TV on Roku. See you there. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am Sunshine Rains with All Hustle No Fear, and we are radio that you have to watch. That's right. We are radio that you need to tune into to watch all of the fun that is going down here at the Hits 92.3 station. So what I need you to do is follow me at All Hustle No Fear on YouTube, or follow Hits 92.3 on Facebook, and tune in Monday through Friday from 7 to 10 a.m. for All Hustle No Fear. We are After Dark Radio in the morning.
Going insane. Lately I can't be too focused on you. When things change, and I'm praying that things change, so I can get close to you. I wanna pull up on you. No more games. I'm done playing. It's time to make my move. I just gotta play it cool. Love, babe. And Cupid is the blame. Yeah, you feel it too. She said she felt that. She telling me her feelings and I respect that. I'm showing I keep it real and she expect that. So I ain't gotta ask for receipts when I give her cash with the next bag. You thinking I'm the bomber through another frag. This might just be a hit, I threw another jab. If you don't hit me back, then we are not a match. Cause I'm the hot type, yeah, this is not an act. Last night I couldn't breathe, it's like my lungs collapsed when I text you, but you ain't text me back. What were you doing? Where were you at? Thought you was available, I fell in the trap. If you say let's disappear, then we fall off the map. If you say you need some love, and I fall in your lap. These are all facts, it's just the yelling cap. I'm out of my mind, I gotta call my doctor back. Lately I can't be too focused on you. Love, babe. And Cupid is the blame. Yeah, you feel it too. Yeah. It hit me. Maybe it's the tequila, yeah, I'm litty. Still running my game and it's crispy. Never breaking us up like a Rice Krispie. Gotta stay sticky, icky. Tonight I'm going out and you coming with me. Let's go. We gon' pour it up in the best 50. Blowing smoke in the air like the old hippies. I got you going wild like the old Britney. My game type, I step back, I call game. Like the buzzer beater, got the ops going insane. And since I brought you here, I know you leaving how you came. And the plan is to have you come over again and again. And now you got it all to gain. We came for the appetizers, you got the main. I'm trying to build with you, that's why I brought the crane. A halo's in the room, yeah, you know his name. Lately I can't be too focused on you. When things change, and I'm praying that things change, so I can get close to you. I wanna pull up on you. No more games.
I just gotta play you. Love, babe. Cupid is the blame. Yeah, you feel it too.
Listen to ratchet shit with my friends. That's it.